capture a few of them. Hopefully they're actually dead and they don't burst out of the glass. Robot news headlines. Zerg are officially no longer under control. Now that they now eat metal. So in other words, they used to be tame, but the fact that they mutated over a long period of time, yeah, that didn't help matters much. Observations. Cute sounds, but never friendly. Old bacteria of human time. Eat all kinds of materials. Total vision in the dark. React to the intense light. Huh. Let's see if we can find anything else. Alright, there's nothing in this box. Huh. Alright. You might want to take a look at this. Find anything in here? Wait, I remember that. That's his tracker. Papa always used that tracker to keep an eye on where I was. Maybe we can reverse it to find where he went. I can't believe my Papa might still be alive. I missed him so much. You need a weapon for the Zerks, right? My Papa definitely took one with him. We just need to repair the tracker so we can find him. Someone in the slums should be able to help. Come with me. I'll open the door for you. Thankfully, I know just who might be able to do that for us. And it's the same guy who basically helped us with that, helped us find the location of that code for the safe earlier. You gotta fix that tracker. You're resourceful. Maybe you can find someone in the slums to help. It's still there. Nice. Alright, now I just need to remember where his apartment was. Considering that even the robots call them flats, I would not be surprised if I would not at all be surprised if this actually takes place if this actually takes place somewhere in Europe, if anything. Okay, here it is. Alright, so now we're gonna head up these stairs. Yes, can I help you? Well, you can help us fix the broken tracker. Oh, well, that's a great tracker. I recognize this model. It's a Tohima BR2000. You can track anyone with this little gadget. May I? I know how to repair it. But when I'm trembling like this, I can't use my keyboard. I don't know if I'm sick or something, but I definitely don't feel right. I can't work when I'm shivering like this. I think I need a blanket to be able to fix your tracker. Well, this is pretty much where the this is actually where the don't worry, the tracker is safe here with me. But I can't work on it unless I have a cloth to keep me warm. I can't focus. Yep, this is where the poncho comes into play. So if you haven't gotten this already, be sure you do. Oh, where did you find this? It's amazing. Let me try it on. Look, no tremors. I'm able to work again. Thanks. Now I can definitely fix your tracker. Let me take a look. Just gotta give it an update, and one more thing. Voila! There you go, little one. Good luck finding who you're looking for. Oh, we will. We will. That we will. First of all, I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna sharpen my claws. There we go. All right. Will that guy ever be able to get a break from all the paint that's being dropped from the top of the shop, or laundromat? I guess I should say, because that's essentially what it is. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Oh yeah, we gotta bring it back, we gotta bring it back to him. We gotta bring it back to Seamus. Did you manage to fix that tracker? Yeah, we did. You did it? You fixed it? Well done. Get here. We got a pig. Is Papa really alive? I can't believe it. Let's follow the tracker. Maybe we'll find where Papa went. Where my Papa went. Alright, and you just lead the way. I'm honestly surprised he doesn't just track the paint. Like you can. But then again, it's probably already dried up by now. I probably just give up on trying to clean your porch, by the way. It's especially considering that the paint keeps being dropped. I'd say it's best to just stop. I mean, the slums are pretty much a dump anyway. This must be it. He really left the slums. It's dangerous out there, but I must be sure. I need to know. Let's do this. Oh, wow. That's a lot of Zerk eggs. They're literally right on their doorstep. Look at all these Zerk eggs. They'll lead us. I can't do this. I'm not as fast as you. The Zerks will get me for sure. Here, take this badge. My Papa will recognize it. He'll know that you're a friend. I'll open the door for you. Yeah, and I wouldn't even stay around, to be honest. Especially considering those things could probably hatch at any moment. So anyway, from this point on, we're on our own again. Now, before we move on, there's another memory over here. Look at how huge this wall is. I remember it was a symbol of the division between those in the slums and in Midtown. That and the fact that they kept throwing their garbage down here. A horrible thing to do. Maybe that's why they failed.
Oh, good. You found the memory that you can miss. Because there's no turn back point here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I missed that one.
I see.
If you go back to the door, you can see Seamus looking through an opening.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I did at the very least play a little more ahead of time before I streamed. So yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Now at this point, you better be ready to run.
Yeah, once you drop down there, you can't get back up.
Yep. Yeah, this is pretty much another running section. These Zurks do not like this cat very much. Alright, first of all, we gotta lure these guys away before we can go down there. I actually got cornered there on... I actually got cornered there during my off time, by the way. It was not fun. Oh, jeez. Are you okay? That was a huge fall. Doc should be nearby. We must be close. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a pretty rough fall, especially for a cat. Also, one other thing that I actually need to mention, speaking of which, apparently I actually noticed that if you actually let the game idle for long enough, the cat will eventually do certain animations, like he will either groom himself or just lay down. It's pretty nice attention to detail. Alright. So we're just gonna make our way up here, and be on our merry way. Before we go this way, however, we're gonna go through this fence. Here's another memory. The scientist I used to work for always said he wanted to retire to a little cottage, fishing all day long. Of course, that was not a possibility in the city. Nobody could have done that for at least 100 years. When we get to the outside, what if we found ourselves a little cottage with a harmless fishing rod and a lot of books? I think that's what the scientists would have wanted. But first, we should go find Doc. Yeah. I believe that's what this robot tried to do until the Zurks ate him. Of course, there was another napping spot. And another opportunity to take my drink.
Alright, there we go. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't think it's picking up. I'll switch back to voice activity for a second and check.
Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna just...
Alright, testing. Alright, there we go. I must have hit the button.
No problem.
That was the last memory I got. It actually zooms out to a nice image of that little tent and fishing pole.
Oh yeah.
Long enough.
Oh yeah, it does.
Despite the fact, the water's all green polluted and sewagey and everything.
Yeah, like I said before, the graphics in this game are really top-notch.
Yeah, they really hit the realistic look nicely.
Definitely.
I would love to see some DLC potentially, or even a sequel.
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, I hope this game gets either of the two.
I wouldn't even be disappointed if there was something with the whole pack, and they just called it Strays instead of Stray.
Definitely.
I would not be upset with the name, just adding the S to be plural.
Kind of like how the sequel to Alien is called Aliens. And when it came time for Alien 3, what were they what were they gonna call it? Well, you can't say Alienses. But anyway, so we are getting very close to where the dock is. First of all, there's something we have to keep in mind here. This generator.
I think the third image might be around here. I'm not sure. Or third memory.
Oh yeah, it's inside the Doc's house, from what I remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember which one it is. Yeah.
Yep.
It's one of the ones you think would be easier to find, but you're kind of just ushered into the story once you run into Doc.
Yeah.
You kind of forget about it.
It's an electric generator, but it seems to require some other part to function.
Yeah, the part after this is why but I played into it a little bit before I stopped, so.
I made it as far as the second hub world, but yeah.
Oh, the Midtown? Yeah, I didn't get up to there just yet. That's probably shortly after the sewers.
No, not Midtown, but the area before it.
Oh.
Yeah. I stopped after the sewers. I guess I should say, but yeah.
You're pretty much safe here at this point. There isn't going to be any Zerk popping out just yet.
Oh yeah, I'm just double checking the area just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Right. Yeah, got ya. Yeah, so when I reloaded the Slums of Golf music, I winded up going through the whole thing, getting all four. I already spent the 3 cans, so I had to go find that fourth one, and I figured I'd get the books as well, and I already had the memory, so I didn't have to do those. But, yeah.
Mhm. Honestly, honestly, the more I think about it, I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised whether it's a cage like this or a fence. I'm kind of surprised that the Zerks can't eat through the metal.
Right. Just mechanics, you know. Or maybe it's because they can't latch onto it. You never know.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Like it has to be like a full solid object for them to do that.
Or at least the consistency of like a cage.
Right, right.
Like the cross mesh cage, like when you're going on the elevator on the rooftop, because they could cling onto that for a moment.
Oh yeah. Anyway, here's the dock. Whoa! Wait, you're not a Zerk. Who are you? That's my badge you're wearing. How did you find it? Did my son send you? Oh, Seamus, you clever boy. I've been alone here for ages.
Love how human they act.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They really took after their creators with that aspect.
I've been alone here for ages. I came here to test my defluxer, but it didn't go as planned. I wish I could go back home. I miss my son dearly. You can have a look around the house if you want, but I have no idea how to escape this place. I'm honestly kind of surprised that that you lasted as long as you did, if anything. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna knock these hard drives to the floor. Walk all over your keyboard, too.
I think I just exited the password to erase your hard drive.
I'm sorry?
What's that?
Did you say something?
Oh yeah, I said, oops, I think I accidentally just put in the password to erase your hard drive.
Oh yeah, delete System 32.
Yeah.
I've seen
Some
humans
cats
work...
have done stuff like that, walking on keyboards.
Oh wow. Huh.
Not intentionally, obviously, but it's still pretty impressive.
Indeed. I've seen humans wear costumes like this. They were small and running around making lots of noise. Oh yes, I remember now. They were children. The streets felt much more alive with them. Even with the difficulty they brought, the adults seemed to love them very much. Doc says he misses Seamus. Is that the same thing? I would probably say so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the memory, but that's why I had trouble finding it. I couldn't find the sparkle for it.
I see.
Because I remember that it shows him with the doorway with the beam.
It means I'm just gonna knock over your books. Anything on the radio? Nope. But I can press the buttons repeatedly. Anyway, here's what we're looking for. Hey, be careful with that defluxer. At full charge, it can explode Zerks like confetti. This baby needs 1.21 gigawatts to work. Oh my god, that is a Back to the Future reference.
Yeah, he's kind of modeled to look like Doc.
Yep.
He even has the name Doc.
Funny thing, it's actually supposed to be pronounced gigawatts, but for whatever reason, it's Christopher Lloyd actually pronounced it as gigawatts. This baby needs 1.21 gigawatts to work, and the only thing ever around here with that kind of juice is the generator outside the house. The problem is that it won't start. I think a fuse blew, and with all the Zerks around, it's too dangerous for me to go out and fix it. I'm not fast enough, but you just might be. If you can reach the generator and replace the fuse, I should be able to get the deflector recharged. Come on, follow me. I'll show you what to do.
It doesn't work as long as it does when he uses it to help you get back.
Oh, yeah.
Because really, all you have to do when you get to, like, the split to reach the house again is just sit there for a moment while he fries them.
Yep. That's pretty much what I did. Just lured them Ryan to the light. Here, take this fuse. It's brand new. Turning on the generator will be loud, so expect some zerks. Once you fix the generator, I should be able to charge and kickstart the deflector. You just need to follow this cable, change the fuse, and then meet me back here. Best of luck. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised the cat even understands what's going on. But then again, maybe the robots are able to find a way to communicate with it.
I'm pretty sure they're just speaking their own language, and B12 is translating.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that does raise a good question whether, like, it's just kind of meta, and as the player, they're not really thinking about it in that sense, or if, like, there is some in-game, like, understanding for the cat to know what to do when they talk to him.
I probably wouldn't doubt that the B12 is translating it in a language that he can understand.
Probably, yeah. I mean, even when B12 first speaks, you can't understand them.
Yep.
As I think in the past couple of days, I wonder if the robot that you knocked the head off of was his professor.
Actually, there is a bit of an explanation for B12, but we'll get to that later.
Trying to stay as spoil-free as I can.
Yep. No problem.
You can more or less just kind of run right up and across and jump over again, and then just like wait for him to fry him.
Yeah. Here comes more.
I always feel bad when enough of them jump on him because he makes that agitated meow.
Yeah, pretty much. It's even worse. It's even worse when he actually dies because I have actually died a couple times in this game.
I've died a lot too. I died on the rooftops a couple times. Even going back through to get that memory, I died a couple times.
Yeah. Amazing, you got the generator back on. Have you seen how powerful the deflector is? It's definitely our way out of here. Wait a minute. I might be able to mount this deflector to your drone.
Unfortunately, powered by a B12, it only has about like 3 seconds of time.
Yep.
And then it still requires some positioning by the player to use.
Yep. Don't mind that, by the way. I'm just pouring myself some tea. It worked. The deflexor is now installed on your fancy drone there. It's not meant to run off such a small power source. If you use it too much, it can malfunction. Just remember, it's dangerous. Now let's go back to the village. I'm coming home, son. Alright. And at long last, we finally have a way to defend ourselves.
The thing I find the most interesting by this is Doc mimicked the whole familial thing despite being robots.
Yeah.
And everyone just accepted it.
Yeah, pretty much. Take out all those Zerks so we can get through.
Wow, it's this is you don't even have to open the door to do it.
Yep. Pretty much. Wow, it's working great, but as I suspected, it can overheat. Let it cool down for a bit when that happens. I hope it'll last until we reach the village. So yeah, we basically had to use it in short bursts as much as possible.
It'd be neat if, like, eventually in, like, another town you get, someone that'll modify the drone to make it last longer.
Mm-hmm.
Just the bigger ones do tend to take a little bit longer in the light.
Yep. This switch doesn't work. It looks like the electricity has been cut. Well, luckily enough, we have a way around it.
I actually wonder if, like, if we were to wait long enough after opening the door from the other side, if this would be considered a fail state. In a different sense where it's not the cat, you know?
I'm not actually sure. I don't really think it counts until you open the door.
Right, well, I wasn't saying it counted before that. I was saying, like, I wondered, after you open it, like, if you were to wait, if it would be considered a fail state.
It probably would be, if anything. If not, some of the Zerks would probably just go for you.
Using it without getting rolled and using it without it overheating.
Yep. Ugh.
That one was right on the cat's face.
Yeah. Oh. Really? That had to happen in the middle of dialogue. Huh?
As long as you get it off before he dies, it's good.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't even read that line because I was so busy trying to get it off.
Yeah, that's one mechanic that didn't get stopped during dialogues, and you didn't really have a choice there.
Yeah.
I could see the screen getting redder.
Anyway.
Samus and the Guardian.
Yep.
I kind of like this scene.
Oh, yeah. It's really touching.
especially with his like face changing in and out.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for saving Doc, little friend. It's great to see that Seamus is no longer alone. Now we know that we can fight back against the Zergs. Momo's been waiting for you by the sewers. Doc and Seamus look happy. I think we did a good thing together. So you survived the Zergs after all. Do you have the 10 cans you owe me? Wow. This is really impressive, Doc. Nobody had survived that long in the Dead City. Oh, and did you meet that weird orange creature walking around? You must see him walking around.
Well, the orange creature helped Doc get back.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, I'm so happy he's back. Hi, Teddy. What's up, Rosie? Oh, Billy. Do you know my son Seamus? It's thanks to him that I came back from that damn place. Alright, before we move on, please don't tell me I forgot to pick up a memory in one of the chapters, didn't I?
Yeah, once you launch another area, it's not going to show up on... How many in is that?
I'm sorry?
How many memories in? Because there are 7 in the slums.
Yeah, I have all the memories in the slums. In fact, I know for a fact that some memories will. Whenever you enter a new area, the memories in that area will actually be highlighted on the list. You just got to keep an eye out for them.
Sorry, Mom was talking to me. That means it's probably the first one on the... Oh, you did get the first one on the rooftops.
Yeah.
No, you're missing one here.
I don't think so.
The 6th one. Well, you can look at them and see what they are when you have them, so...
Yeah. Like I said,
all the 3 on the rooftops would have been the next area, so that's weird.
Like I said, the available memories will actually be highlighted in gray once you're in the area with them. Once you're in the
even if the clues disappear, you can still get them. Because I did that for some of them after coming back. It might be the one in Elliot's place. I don't know what might have happened that prevented it from saving with it, but I will check that one.
Alright.
Courage should be up if you want to do that, although it's probably just a little easier to find his door.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think I might have gotten that one already, but I...
Hey, there's the glitch that I talked about.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the one where the robot didn't spawn in correctly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay. None of the glitches have been game breaking. They've just been interesting little graphic things.
Oh yeah.
I did see they actually put up a patch yesterday for the game too.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did.
So maybe they're starting to catch some of these things, which will be nice. Yeah, there you go. That's Elliot.
Yeah, I already got this one.
I don't see that.
What two do you have from the rooftop?
I
Oh,
got
no,
the
you're
one
missing
right
one
next.
from here then, because that's the last one from there.
Mhm. Yeah, I got the one right next to the elevator, and uh, hmm.
Trying to remember what the last one is from here. Oh yeah, it's the portrait. You have to go get the portrait again, or the painting, whatever you want to call it.
Hold on. Didn't I just get the painting? Yeah,
You did get it, but I don't know why I didn't save it. No, not that painting. The mural on the wall. Other way.
Oh, the one right next to the musician.
Yeah,
That's what it
you
was.
did get that one. I don't know what happened to it though. I remember helping you find it.
I don't know
But that
why it
is the
wasn't
last
highlighted. I didn't even. I don't even know why it didn't
something the
save.
game does. When you move on to the next areas, it highlights the memories for the next area. It doesn't keep the ones you don't have,
I
which
see.
does kind of suck because you lose the clues for them that way.
I really don't know why why that one didn't save because I remember getting it during the during the last stream.
I know. I was saying I remember helping you find it because it was a bit of a tricky one to locate. Well, it should autosave again once you enter the sewer, so
True.
hopefully it'll stick this time.
And I at least remember where the other two memories are in the sewers, so there's that.
Yeah.
Momo's waiting for you on his boat. You can join him, but have you done everything you wanted in here? Because I'll close the door behind you. Don't want any Zerks coming through. Well, we are pretty much good, so we can move on.
Yeah, that's an important note to anyone wanting to play that game. Once you enter the sewer, it's a no return point.
Yep. Not unless you
So
reload
make sure
the chapter.
You've gotten all of the memories, at least if you don't care about the music.
Yep. Pretty much. And Momo's just right there waiting for us. Okay, nothing here. I can't believe you found Doc and got the defluxer. With this, now we can go find Balthazar. Let's go. You know, when I first did this, I was actually expecting some Zerks to drop down onto the boat, but apparently they don't. Strangely enough.
Yeah, I was thinking something might happen, especially because he asks you to kind of keep lookout. It's really only when you jump off the boat that you have to deal with them.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Which is a bit of a nice, because it's a very narrow bamboo boat that he's paddling on, so there isn't really much room to run around.
Definitely. You know, the more I think about going through tunnels like this in a way kind of reminds me of the Metro series in a way.
A little bit, yeah.
Which I would not be surprised if they drew inspirations from those games for this place. I don't see any way to get to open the. I don't see any way to open this gate. Can you take a look on the air side? That we will. Alright, and here's a new mechanic. These are Zerk eggs. Basically ones that are about to hatch. So, we gotta deal with them first before we can get to the switch. Obviously, we're... Yep. Obviously, we're gonna use the deflector to get them out of the way. Just be ready to step back once they hatch.
Yeah, unfortunately, light can take out them in the eggs. It just breaks the eggs open.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming through, I was like thinking you're ready to have the light on to like see anything in front of you.
That too, yeah.
Like more as a lookout as to just like be able to see, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can just ignore these guys. They don't drop down onto the boat either.
Like 2 or 3 of them would have been fine because it's not overwhelming you down a small space.
Right. All this old machinery is broken now. I think we can only open it manually.
Robots are fucking surprising us because they show you like just 1 or 2 clips with a robot in all of the trailers. And you know nothing about the fact that the humans are gone at that point.
Yep.
Just off of those.
Quick, jump below the door. It won't hold for long. I can't go on with you, but I won't stop looking for a way. When you find Balthazar and Clementine, tell them I was brave. Here's hoping he can actually make it back without our help, if anything. And already I have a bad feeling about this. Yay, more Zerk eggs. Honestly, this game's getting kind of dark, if anything. Wow, a couple of the Zerks are actually fused into the wall. They're actually fused into the wall. Alright. Now we're gonna go ahead and go this way, which leads us to another memory. The sewer system. Yes, I remember now. Clean water was scarce. The city was supplied by a huge machinery that dug deep into the earth. Just like everything else, it was rationed out to sustain people during times of drought. The scientists showed me the blueprint of the water tanks. They are huge and could contain a whole building in them. Oh wow. At least the good news is, even for a sewer level, this one is at least quite tame, because sewer levels have a really bad reputation in games, to say the least. Alright. So now we're just going to continue making our way down. Alright, there's more of them. Might as well just deal with them as I go, because the fewer enemies I have to deal with, the better. You also don't want to get too close to the eggs, because they will jump out at you. Now we need to find a way to open the door. see here. How do I... Oh, there's a switch. Eyeballs on the wall. Now I've seen everything. Jeez. Since when did a game about a cat turn into Resident Evil? That's what I want to know. Might as well get these guys out of the way.
Stepped out for a moment. Did I miss the first memory yet?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I said I stepped out for a moment. Did I miss the first memory yet?
Yeah, you did. We just passed it.
No problem.
Yeah. It was the one for the water tank. Now I'm just another thing you kind of miss, Misaki. Well, now I'm just kind of wondering when a game about a cat turned into Resident Evil.
Oh.
especially with all the eyeballs on the wall.
Yeah. I stepped out for a moment, so it was right as you entered the past the gate.
No problem. Just getting these guys out of the way real quick, because like I said, the fewer enemies I have to deal with, the better.
There isn't much in options for fighting back in this game.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, considering there aren't many options for fighting back in this game, it definitely helps.
Pretty much. Yep, here come more.
and they go wide when this happens.
Oh, what did you say?
I said, oh god, the eyes are even blinking and they go wide when the area shakes.
Yeah. Especially considering that, the more Zerks come when they are summoned when they do that.
So I guess since the stuff was created from bacteria, I guess it's able to eventually create a mass like that.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of Resident Evil.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can definitely tell in the safe zones they took a lot of inspiration from like fleshy horror games.
Definitely. The substance grows in all places where there are Zerks. What is it made out of? It seems to pulse as though alive. Do you think we're inside a giant organism? It's friend-chilling. Yeah, that is very unsettling. If that's actually the case.
It's got living eyes would kind of suggest it's alive. What a wonderful memory you recovered, B12.
Pretty much.
Like Han and Chewie in the trash compactor.
Well, now the music is just holding on one note. Which that's never a good sign.
Nope. All the eyes are closed again.
Yep. That's also not a good sign.
Nope. Usually a sign that when they open, something bad's gonna happen.
Yep. Yep, here it comes. Wow, even they got stuck in the wall.
At least the good thing is you can position it over the cat, and even without shaking them off, it'll still kill them.
True, true.
That's something I'd recommend doing unless it's just like one last straggler that gets on you.
Because... Because, yeah, even just from this area alone, I am getting Resident Evil 2 flashbacks.
You cut it close there with them.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I suppose that's on purpose with a limit on the defluxer to help increase the suspense.
Definitely. I'm honestly kind of surprised you can't even do any damage to the eyes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Although there is another mat I can scratch at here.
A piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Like an undulating mass of flesh nearby.
Pretty much.
But I suppose all the fleshy organic material is made out of something different than the Zergs themselves.
It really seems like it, if anything. Huh.
Yeah, this whole area screams hive.
Yeah.
Why can't you last that long in gameplay, B12?
Indeed. So yeah, we are completely without a weapon again. Now we're forced to run.
Yeah. Probably overrided the override,
Yep.
which is why he went completely short-circuited. It's even worse than the past couple chase. But how many of them and how little space they're giving you to avoid them.
Pretty much. They just stop right in front of the door. It was dark. I was alone. It felt like I was back in the network. But you saved me. Thank you, friend. Drawing that much power was rough on my core. The defluxer is completely destroyed now. We'll have to be we'll have to be careful. So yeah, we are defenseless once again.
Hey, Doc, could you make another one?
Well, only if he came with us. Which even Momo and Doc wouldn't stand a chance against that mess.
No. It probably wasn't that bad when the others first came up, I'd imagine.
Anyway, we made it. A traveler from the sewers. We haven't seen one of you in ages. Are you the one who contacted us earlier? The little outsider? Balthasar the Outsider has been expecting you. He's meditating at the top of our village.
Ant Village or Anti Village?
Ant Village.
Ah,
This machine. The scientist I assisted...
at least it's a little more green.
Yep. The scientist I assisted used one of these. He was sick. This was his last hope. He walked into the machine. But I wasn't with him. He was alone. What was he doing? He uploaded himself into the computer and then everything was different. But the upload, something went wrong. He was stuck for hundreds of years. Until a little cat appeared. Oh, wow. Was it... It was me. I was a scientist. I was human. I need a moment. So, yeah. So B12 used to... B12 used to be one of the humans.
Interesting.
Yep.
I wonder if the Outsiders are essentially more or less uploaded into robots that were human.
That is a definite possibility.
Yeah, it is, especially with the way they act.
Oh,
It's gonna knock over your paint can. I hope you don't mind.
yep. Oh, here's something else. Here's something else we can do. Actually, can I talk to these guys? Okay, good. I can. I'm sorry. I need a moment. I don't feel like talking right now. Okay, so we can't. So B12 can't really translate for us. He's not really in the mood.
Ah, right.
Well, we're just gonna knock these paint cans off the bed. I love how the paint just splatters on them.
Nice.
Oh, here's another thing we can do. Yeah, we just completely interrupted their game.
Mess up their Mahjong game.
Yep.
The one just like collapses down, and the other's like, I give up.
Yep.
Nice.
Hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna.
Notice me, master of behavior. Yeah.
Hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna scratch your couch.
That's the classic give me attention attitude of the cat just jumps in front of you.
Yep. Yeah, apparently he doesn't mind. He's just completely asleep. This is amazing.
Hold on, all these guys have the screen faces.
Yep. Ah, nice, another napping spot. Interestingly enough, you can actually meow while you're napping.
That is interesting.
It's kind of interesting what views you can get while you're napping as well.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I guess I can't drink from the bucket.
No. Probably too high for Kitty, and it looks like there's something in there anyway.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sure.
Yep. That might very well be the biggest tube TV I've probably ever seen.
Yeah. As big as the one my aunt had before flat screens came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she made a decent bit of money, so yeah, she lived rather nicely.
I see. What else have I forgotten?
She had one of those TVs that were like so big you just put them on the floor. You didn't need a stand.
Right. I must have had parents, friends. What happened to everyone? I wanted to open the city, but is there anyone left to save? Well, the robots definitely seem to have personalities. They definitely seem to need help. Anyway, here's the guy we're supposed to meet. What is this? Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the stream. I'm watching while I make dinner and eat. Sure, no problem. Well, feel free to relax and make yourself comfortable. That's what I'm doing anyway. What is this? Hey, don't you know not to interrupt a fellow during his transcendental meditation? I'm not very good at pronouncing big words. Oh, it's you. You were with Momo when we received that call earlier. I'm glad to meet you at last, little outsider. You know Momo and Doc, so you're already familiar with us outsiders. I miss them. Their memory brings me peace. Momo stay in the slums. I heard you helped find Doc and Clementine. She's in Midtown now. If you still want to see the outside, she's the one who can get you there. Apparently, she had some kind of a plan to leave the city. Here, take this. I wrote her address on the back of this picture. To reach Midtown, climb up our little village. It should be easy for a dexterous one like you. If you manage to reach the outside, you will be the very first. I'd wish you good luck, but you don't need it. I believe in you. I'm sorry for shutting down earlier. I'm human, probably the last in the world. Now look what's left of me. So much has come back to me. How much have I forgotten? Maybe if we find Clementine, we can restore my memories and get you back home at the same time. We can go back down and find out more from the companions, or head onward to Midtown. Well, a bit of backstory would never hurt anyone, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We might as well go ahead and start back at the entrance and just make our